without further ado, I would like to introduce our next speaker for our session on automation resources. We have with us Christy Michalik, Director of Advanced Manufacturing Development Programs at Next Generation Manufacturing Canada, NGen. Christy has had the pleasure of working for and consulting with major multinational manufacturers and SMEs from around the globe. Today, she's fortunate to continue to collaborate with SMEs at NGen Canada, the not-for-profit running Canada's Global Innovation Cluster for Advanced Manufacturing, where she is the Director of Advanced Manufacturing Development Programs. Christy, welcome to this event, and the floor is yours.
Thanks so much, Sukanya and Annex Business Media and Manufacturing Automation Magazine for inviting us to speak today as well. Okay, so as Sukanya mentioned, I'm coming today from NGen, Next Generation Manufacturing Canada, which is one of Canada's 5 global innovation clusters. And I was really excited to think through, from the last 20 years of my experience in industry, what resources was I not aware of that I'm now tapping into as part of this new role that I can bring to you today. So I'm really excited. First of all, though, just a little bit about NGen. If you're on the panel today or if you're listening in, then you have an interest in manufacturing in Canada, and we invite you to come join us. Membership is absolutely free. It takes a couple of minutes to join. We have members who are technology providers, manufacturers, academics, government agents, anyone involved in the sector from around the country. And we are really trying to spark a great conversation about how to improve manufacturing in Canada and make us globally more competitive. So speaking specifically though about automation and getting started on the automation journey, I do have the wonderful role of being able to talk to SMEs across the country and multinationals as well in large organizations, and starting to hear a little bit of trends about what their challenges are as they go forward and implement automation. So I picked a few today that we do have resources that can help you to overcome these challenges yourselves. So the first one is looking at the product that you've designed, thinking through how to scale it up, and can you optimize that product so that you can better manufacture it using automation, or optimize and take advantage of the capabilities that automation brings to you. So that's one. Another one that we've already talked about is finding a vendor that is a perfect partner for you. How do you go about that? We're really not good in Canada at understanding who's in our, actually in our backyard, who's right next door, and what capabilities we have. So we are looking to foster that communication and that awareness at NGen, but I'll talk to you and give you a couple of points about how to go deeper into that. The third point is thinking through the skill sets that you have on site. And we've talked about that a little bit as well. So how do we make sure that when we bring automation in, we're really optimizing the efficiency and seeing those gains that we were anticipating when we made that investment? So we'll talk about that. I've highlighted as well lean thinking, because I find so often that there are lean principles that can help us to make those decisions. So the very low hanging fruit, easiest resource for you is to pick up this $20 Amazon book, a real oldie but goodie, but it'll help you to make the decisions about where to implement automation. If you haven't already read it, it's a great one. And then we'll talk about some supports that we have available for you to overcome these challenges yourselves. Okay, so first of all, NGen was really pleased to be hosted at George Brown College recently. And I was surprised to find out how active Canada's colleges can be with industry in solving problems, in looking at, for example, ways to optimize your products, ways to redesign your product for automation, and also to have those initial automation trials and come up with ideas about the best way to automate your product. So George Brown showed us a bunch of examples that they're doing. They told us, for example, of a company that has actually stayed inside their broom closet in the college itself and tapped into the innovation that was happening with students and with staff, and today is traded on the Toronto Stock Exchange. So really fantastic results at the colleges. We also have here an example of a toothpick, a $10 toothpick that had a great business going until the day that Drake appeared on the cover of GQ magazine with one of these toothpicks. They're bourbon infused, so really luxury toothpicks, and their volume orders went through the roof. So they approached the college to say, how can we automate and how can we really realize the sales that are happening? And today they're a really successful business. So I encourage you to talk to your local colleges and see how they can help. Another place to look into, if you haven't already, is the clusters. So you know about NGen, we're Canada's super cluster, or cluster of clusters, or cluster of organizations. There's tons of clusters across the country that are actually looking deeply into technologies that will support automation. Examples are AI. I've pulled out a few here. AI for manufacturing in Canada. Photons Canada can help with automation designs. Automate Canada is a great place to start, and I've added their website here as well, automatecanada.ca. Do investigate the clusters because they have deep knowledge of their membership and can really help to signpost you to those organizations that will be complementary to your subsector, to your business, and to the areas that you want to go into. NGen itself also has a number of resources, and thanks to Sarah for talking about our AI for Manufacturing Challenge. We also have a few announcements coming. So this one is imminent. We're looking at how can we help you to upskill your workforce. So if you want to send people for Greenbelt training for lean implementation, or you want to look at bringing automation in-house and you want to upskill someone to be able to really optimize what you do, this is what this grant will be for. It'll also help you to benchmark your business versus world-class best practices and create a transformation roadmap with a skills roadmap to support that transformation. So we are really excited about this, and do, like I said, join us, join our newsletter so you know the moment that it becomes available. It's coming very soon. We also just 2 days ago announced that we have received $177 million in funding from the federal government to reinvest back into advanced manufacturing projects in the country. So on Tuesday, the 21st, we invite you to come join us live on LinkedIn, ask questions, find out more about how we will be allocating those funds. We will have more challenges coming up. We already are anticipating an EV challenge to come shortly. But we'll have all kinds of other challenges and programs that will fit into potentially what you're looking to do in automation. Historically, what we've looked for are projects that are collaborative. So yourselves working with an automation company or with an AI company or whoever you need for your partnerships. But at least two companies coming together to create a really meaningful partnership to develop new IP in the manufacturing sector. So new ways of producing your products. The projects need to be transformative for the businesses involved. So really step changes, access to new markets, or ways to make new products that have not been done before. So really, really new things. And they need to be applied to commercial products. So we don't fund really upfront R&D, but we do fund scale up that will lead to job creation in the country and really great jobs for Canadians. And of course, we need it to be really beneficial for Canadians. So something that will create jobs, that will create opportunities. And you've seen examples in our projects of, starting gene therapy industries as an example, or new alternative proteins. So huge projects like that, or projects that can really add value to your business and help you to scale. So that's it for me for today. So I do invite you again, join us at ngen.ca. If you have questions, you can reach out. You can find me on LinkedIn. You can email info@ngen.ca. And we are here, we're real people. We are invested in your project performance and in helping you to craft new projects, new ideas, new programs to help to add to your success. So please do reach out. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Christy. Thank you so much for this valuable information on automation resources for manufacturers.